Another collection that we're offering as part of our live auction event at the House of Blues is the Bill Hofer collection. Now, a lot of people will sit back and say, Bill Hofer, you know, who is he? And it surprised even me when I first got called by the family and they said we kept some of my great-grandfather's artifacts from when he played in the game. It just, when I looked at who he was, it surprised me. Bill Hofer was a key member of Ned Hanlon's Baltimore Temple Cup teams. Now you stop and say, okay, that team included guys like Wee Willie Keeler, John McGraw, Hugh Jennings, Dan Brothers, Wilbur Robinson, Ned Hanlon himself. I mean, that was an amazing team that was packed full of Hall of Famers. But I believe at that time, if you talk to Ned Hanlon, which we can't do today, obviously, he would tell you that he was one of the most significant members. Let me tell you a little bit why. From 1895 to 1897, Bill Hofer won an amazing 78 games. In 1895, he won 31 games. So here is a pitcher that was the leading pitcher on this unbelievable team. What's interesting is when I talk to the family now and I say, you know, what happened to Bill after that? And Bill lived a long and healthy life, but they never really got to the bottom of why, you know, in his whole career he only won about 90 games. Not, I say only 90 games, but a substantial amount of those were over that significant 3-year period of time, a period of time where that Baltimore team went and played in the Temple Cup games and was really a historic team of the era. So you have a significant player from a significant team, and it will blow you away when you see the significance of the artifacts that we're going to be offering for sale. First and foremost, we're offering, and actually in future auctions we're offering a number of his game-used jerseys, but we're offering his complete game-used jersey from that Baltimore team. Now obviously there's no dates in the collar. He played on the team for those 3 years, so it's circa 1895 to 1897. And it is an incredible, beautiful Spalding jersey. And not only is it the shirt, but it's the shirt, the pants, the leggings, the cleats. It's a complete uniform. The only designation that ties it to him is if you look in the pants and under the collar and the shirt, you see WH for William Hofer. So it's in the history of sports collectibles, when you think of 19th century jerseys, first of all, you can almost count on one hand how many there are out there from professional teams. And this one is preserved beautifully. The B is intact on the shirt. The Spalding tag, I've talked to a number of experts on Spalding tagging, and they've said this is like the earliest Spalding tag they've ever seen. So this game-used jersey of Bill Hofer is amazing. In addition to that, we're offering his 1895 championship team Imperial cabinet. It's a beautiful oversized cabinet of this significant team. I already mentioned all the Hall of Famers that were part of that team, and they're all, you know, depicted there. It's a beautiful near mint oversized cabinet that would fit in the highest end collection of a Baltimore or photography collector of 19th century pieces. In addition to that, we have a game-used ball of his. We actually have a couple of them in the collection, but in the live auction, we're offering the ball that he actually pitched to clinch the pennant for the Baltimore team in 1895. This is the ball that actually got them into the Temple Cup. So here it is, his first season. He wins 31 games. He's given the ball at the end of the season, and he wins that deciding game that gets them into the Temple Cup. And it's beautifully inscribed by him, indicating the exact date of the game and the fact that this was the game that he pitched to get them the pennant that year. It almost sends chills up your spine when you realize that this ball was from well over 100 years ago when he pitched that significant game. It's so unusual to find baseballs from that period of time, but to have them so beautifully inscribed from that period of time, number one. And there's newspaper articles going back to the 1950s where he talks about what this ball meant to him. So for a Baltimore collector from the turn of the century, which there's a lot of them, I mean, it's a very popular team, this is an unbelievably significant artifact from that era and from that team. In addition, we have some other things that we're offering in the live auction, including a contract signed by Ned Hanlon. It's interesting to tell the family, You know, it's not that Bill's contract is worth that much, but Ned Hanlon's signature is very rare and desirable. So you have a contract that's signed by Bill Hoffer, but it's also signed by Ned Hanlon, which is a significant signature. We also have Temple Cup programs. We have another banquet program that I've never seen before. It's beautiful, it's ornate, from the 1895 season. So this is an unbelievable opportunity. It's almost unprecedented that a family was able to retain these things for so long and in such beautiful condition. So we're pleased to be able to offer this to the collecting public.